Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about how to cultivate a minimalist mindset. And so often, minimalism isn't actually about the physical possessions in our lives, but instead it's our mindset about how we approach and relate to the things in our lives and the experiences in our lives as well. So today I'm going to be sharing 5 easy steps to cultivate a minimalist mindset, and I hope that you're able to apply these to your life and be able to live in the benefits of the simplicity and intentionality that a minimalist mindset can completely create in your life. Let's get right into this though. The first step is to focus on what you have, not what you lack. And in our consumeristic driven culture, we are always looking for the next best thing, the next promotion, the next wardrobe item, the next piece of furniture. So in developing a minimalist mindset, I want to encourage you to focus instead on what you have. Begin practicing thankfulness and gratitude in your daily life. Whether you want to do that in the form of prayer, writing those things down, or simply just reflecting on the things that you've been given. By changing your focus from always looking for the next thing that's going to fulfill you or satisfy you, focus instead on what you already have, and that's going to cultivate a sense of satisfaction that you're never going to find if you're constantly looking for your satisfaction in promotions and in physical items. So number 1 is to focus on what you have, not what you lack. And number 2 is to focus on experiences over things. And a lot of us have heard that we should be focusing on experiences, but in reality, it can often be difficult for us to break a cycle of consumption. Many of us have unhealthy habits related to over-consuming when it comes to shopping, impulse buying, or simply not being intentional with the way that we bring things into our lives. It's really easy to be overly focused on the physical things around us because, let's be honest, those are the things that we see every day. And if we haven't cultivated a value of taking and enjoying experiences, it can sometimes be hard to weigh the two together. So what I want to encourage you to do is get out there and experience life. Try out and intentionally pursue experiences that fulfill you. When it comes to this subject, I love being able to just frame anything that I'm considering investing my money in into the question, when you're 80 years old looking back on life, how are you going to view this purchase? Is it going to be something that you value and you remember? If it's not, just consider whether or not it's something that you actually need. What you'll find is that when you ask yourself that question, it's going to be those experiences that you're considering investing in that are going to have that lasting value, that will create memories that will last you for a lifetime. Okay, number 3 is to stop comparing yourself to others. And this can be so easy for us to do, especially as women, and I know a lot of you guys are women out there. It can be really easy for us to look on social media or just at other people in our lives and see all of the things that they have, how amazing their life looks, and then compare it to our own life, which looks relatively normal in comparison. And I want to remind you guys, first off, that social media is somebody's highlight reel. We only display the best parts of our lives to other people on social media. It's all idealistic, it's all the best moments. And so we need to remember that in reality, those people have real, honest, messy lives too. And so we want to have that mentality for sure when approaching this. But also, when we're always comparing ourselves to others, we're not able to focus on living intentionally in the moment that we've been placed. If we're able to, instead of constantly comparing ourselves to others, which often leads into focusing on what we lack, we're then able to be content in who we are, in the situation we've been put. And that's a beautiful thing. We all have a unique story and situation, and it's best for us just to embrace that rather than constantly comparing ourselves to others. Number 4 is such a crucial part of creating a minimalist mindset, and that's to invest in the things that fulfill you. Whether it's people, hobbies, experiences, figure out what brings you joy, what makes you happy, what really gives you contentment. Figure out what those things are for you and invest heavily in those things. And as you're doing this, consider what things in your life may not be fulfilling you. Is there a relationship that's toxic in your life that you just need to let go of? Or perhaps it's a job that sucks the energy out of you and isn't in alignment with your values and who you are as a person. Perhaps that means you need to cut things out, rearrange different relationships, whatever that means. Consider what investing in what fulfills you would look like in your personal situation. Sometimes it's going to be smaller changes, sometimes it will mean larger changes, but figure out what fulfills you and pursue those. And then my final piece of advice for cultivating a minimalist mindset is to quit racing and embrace slow living. So much of our culture, especially for younger people, is about climbing the corporate ladder, always being busy and never slowing down. There's a reason why in the United States we're experiencing higher levels of depression and anxiety than ever before. It's because people are packing their schedules to the breaking point and not making time for the things that are important, the relationships, the people, the hobbies, and the priorities that we have. So rather than always running at a breakneck speed, slow down. Begin scheduling in times of rest into your everyday life. It can be hard for us to do, especially for some of us who are more inclined to always be doing something, but it's so important. Not only is that going to be able to just naturally lower your levels of stress, anxiety, depression, but it's going to give you time to enjoy and pursue the things that are important to you, which at the end of the day is the entire point of minimalism, to free us up to focus on what's most important. So there you guys have it, my 5 tips on achieving a minimalist mindset. Focus on what you have, not what you lack. Value experiences over things. Stop comparing yourself to others. Focus on your priorities and spend time on them. And finally, quit racing and begin to embrace a slower lifestyle. So I hope this encourages you in your minimalism journey, whether you're a minimalism pro or just getting started. These are all tips that have been hugely valuable for me, and I hope that they can be for you as well. That's everything I have for you today though, guys. Definitely be sure to subscribe today if you enjoyed today's video and want to see more like it. I post weekly about minimalism and intentional living on my channel and would love to have you join me. So hit that subscribe button if you want to. Also, if you want to see more regular updates about my life, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm at ashlynne.eaton on there. I hope you enjoyed this one. I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.